replacing it with this? Players going to Nashville, just one city? How's this working?
I'm not entirely sure about like getting rid of minor league teams and stuff like that. Those players still belong to those teams.
Sure.
But what I think this is like actual free agent players that don't belong to any team are going to be going to Nashville, and they essentially are going to be deemed potential replacement players. So should the need arise during the season, teams would be able to pick these players up and sign them from these Nashville rosters, essentially. So,
interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely a change, and I think it's an adaptation for them to try and just make sure that they're doing everything they can to just kind of have something ready to go, in very unusual circumstances. So.
Well, sure. And as we know, minor league teams aren't necessarily even in the same state as the organization that they are affiliated with. So you could be having guys travel almost across country then to join that club if they're calling him up in a traditional sense. So it only makes sense to do something like this. So I get it. But, interesting to fit that in, which is good, though. Yeah, it's the right decision. Anything else about baseball that's going to be quite different?
I mean, those are the big ones.
Yeah.
The big, huge call-outs. Players are able to start reporting in about a week.
Yeah.
So July 1st, I think, is the official report date. They will be reporting to their home cities.
Right.
I think that's kind of spring training. So there's not like, in the Grapefruit League, which predominantly takes place in Arizona, or in Florida, and then the Cactus League, which predominantly takes place in Arizona.
Right.
It's not like they're doing that. They're just coming to St. Louis, Chicago, LA, New York, San Francisco,
all
Denver, wherever.
Yeah.
So.
You got it. Okay. Well, lick your fingers now, because when you get to your home stadium, that's gone. Can't do it.
No, can't do it. Why would you want to do that anyway? It's so gross.
If you're a pitcher, man, dab the fingers, dry them off, get that tactile function. Come on.
Funny that you mentioned that. They're allowing them to actually have a wet cloth in their back pocket.
Oh, okay.
So, because they cannot lick their fingers.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right.
So
okay. I didn't know about the wet cloth, though.
A wet cloth, like in their back pocket, that they to use in place of.
Okay. Well, that's MLB. We'll see how it goes. We'll certainly, touch base with it. No pun intended. Later on, as that season actually occurs, and I'm more excited about some of the other leagues, including, as I said, the MLS. And you hear that, Eric? You ready for it? It's the Thunder, Lightning standings. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
For the MLS, so we have not really discussed on where those teams have been, because we actually didn't even know how many games have been played in 2020. And do you know? It was only 2.
I do.
Every team was.
I do.
Yeah. Well, I was asking listeners there, Eric. It's not all about you, But we are going to go from the bottom up on the Week 3 power rankings on MLS teams. And as we were going through this list that we found, we realized it was not completely well organized. You need to know your branding for the clubs in order to quickly name the cities and teams. So bear with us. We're going to work through it. Eric and I are going to do this together. We're going to have a team effort here. And because if you were looking at the same images that we were, I think you might understand, because it's just going to be a challenge. We will get there, though. So let's start with it. Eric, why don't you start, and I can help you off with any trip-ups you may have.
Okay, well, coming in at 23, we're just kind of doing some power rankings here from the bottom to the top. Because we do have that tournament, World Cup style, starting here in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I believe July 8th is the kickoff for it. But projected to be the worst team coming in to the tournament is going to be the lowly Colorado Rapids.
Right.
Coming in at number 23. And then number 22, it looks like it's going to be the New England Revolution.
Yeah, right.
The Revs. It's just what they call themselves. And then we have DC United coming in at number 21. And then we move on up. See, I don't know what this one is, Ty.
Chicago Fire right there. Come on, look at that badge.
Chicago Fire?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Okay.
There you go.
I can see it now.
I got you.
Chicago Fire.
At
and
20,
then we have the Orlando City SC which is going to be one right there. So, Ty, what do you take the next?
Well, at number 18, they didn't even have the graphic up there, so we need to call the webmaster on that one. This is on the MLSsoccer.com website, though. It is the official, so we're not just pulling this off of someone's blog, by the way, but this is the Portland Timbers that's sitting at 18. You got the Montreal Club at 17. What are those guys?
Montreal Impact.
The Impact. I keep forgetting, and I practiced that, Eric. I practiced. Seattle Sounders at 16. You also have Minnesota FC happening. That's an expansion club. Cool graphic, by the way, for their logo, sitting at 15. Then you got the Quakes from San Jose at 14, and followed up with, at the 13th spot, FC Dallas. Then going into the Union, where are they from? Columbus?
Philadelphia.
Oh, Philadelphia. That's what
Philadelphia
it is.
Union.
Yeah. All right, at 12. Then at 11, this one tripped us up quite a bit. It's a royal, regal-looking R. We didn't think that was going to mean Real Salt Lake, but that's what it stands for. So they're at 11th spot, and then coming up at 10, you have the Vancouver Whitecaps.
Vancouver Whitecaps.
Whitecaps
FC,
right. Yeah, Eric, take us into the top 10 there.
Okay. So then we have one of the ones that I did definitely know. We have the LA Galaxy.
Sure.
That one was pretty easy. Houston Dynamo coming in at number 8. I also knew that one pretty easily as well too. And then Sporting KC number 7.
See, that was the one I thought was Salt Lake because it has a SC on there.
It does kind of. I mean, similar colors too. When you look at the two. Where's Salt Lake here again? I lost them already.
Good job.
No. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Nope,
but
doesn't.
I can see that, as you're kind of looking at it. I must have been thinking of another one. But anyway, so we got Sporting KC right there. Then we have the other LA team here,
right?
The LAFC or LA Football Club. And then we have one of the more recognizable teams right here, the New York Red Bulls. And then this is where I'm throwing it over to Ty to finish us up here.
I get the best of the best here? Awesome.
You get the best of the best.
All right. Number 4 goes to Atlanta, the United FC. And then number 3 belongs to Columbus Crew SC. And we have number 2 spot belonging to Toronto. And the TFC right now looking good to start the season. And so I would imagine that they're kind of, still in high regard there. And at the top, the other New York team, that's the NYFC, right?
Yep.
That's what's on their logo. Yeah, FC. All right. Club. There we go. So number 1.
NYFC.
There you go.
Yep.
Looks like earlier on they were plagued by injury as well. However, I would imagine most everyone is healthy right now as long as it wasn't like a serious ACL, MCL kind of injury or something like that. So I would think those guys are any team for that matter is pretty well stacked up on their roster. There we go. Hey, we made it through. It wasn't pretty, but it's not always about the destination. It's about the journey. We made it happen, right, Eric?
That's right. That's true.
All right.
It's never about the destination.
Yeah. Put Siri away and let's talk about some best games to watch. What do you have?
Oh, man, what I got. So we have a little bit of NASCAR. NASCAR has definitely been in the news. Definitely not for some positive stuff.
Yeah.
Recently, with some things going on there, but there were some positive changes there with them banning the Confederate flag and getting some recognition, which is kind of long overdue for them on that. So we have the Pocono 325 and the 350 this weekend in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. And then, Ty, I'm going to give it to you because this is the best name for a race that I've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just so generic. It's great. I love it.
Coming your way in Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Get ready. The Big Machine Hand Sanitizer 400. Powered by Big Machine.
Hand Sanitizer 400.
The
what
Hand
a great
Sanitizer 400.
time to have this race.
Yes, that is happening July 5th, so right around the corner. It's on a Sunday. It's only a short race, 400 miles, 160 laps. Not too crazy. Again, up there in Indianapolis at the Indy Motor Speedway. So, and that's going to be on some major networks there on NBC, it looks like, and NBC Sports, all that good stuff.
There you go.
Yeah, there you have it. I might tune in just to hear them call it the Hand Sanitizer 400. Cannot wait. I bet kids' tickets are free and everyone gets handed a little, 1 ounce bottle of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, that's if they let people in the stands. So
that's true. That's true. Good call. Maybe limited. Yeah, it's true. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the episode. Hey, it was another fun one, Eric.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. It was a wonderful episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks for tuning in to Average Sports with Average Guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, and we'll see y'all next time.